Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Sagittarius March 7, 2022. Today's transits bring out more warmth, openness, and willingness to make the most of a situation. Still, as the day advances, there is more intensity with you as you focus on priorities or connect with your ambitions. You're likely to see meaningful connections that allow you to solve problems and discover reasons and motivations. You also tend to gravitate to pursuits that absorb your attention. Transits today and tomorrow tend to illuminate your deeper ambitions and fears, especially about your earning power, feelings of self-worth, money matters, and security. This is an excellent time for creating strategies to spend and save more effectively, primarily related to pruning and reducing. The momentum is building, giving you no choice but to feel your feelings. So, whether you're single, crushing, or already attached, there's no denying the effects of the upcoming full moon in Cancer, bringing closure and clarity to the foundation of a significant connection as your feelings are beginning to intensify. Have you been holding something close to your heart? Or perhaps contemplating whether to walk away from a relationship? The irony of this is that Mercury, celestial ruler of your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, stations retrograde today in your relationship sector. You have some thinking to do. Communication has been unnecessarily challenging, thanks to Mercury retrograde being in a continual square with Uranus retrograde over the last few days. The square could have exacerbated the Mercury retrograde technical mishaps and miscommunication. But, as a result, something unexpected yet helpful may have been revealed about your workplace. Be it an unlikely comment or misfired email, you could have learned something incredibly valuable about your job that could redefine how you go about work. However, don't act on it until Mercury has stationed direct. At a time of year and all the planetary activity is on the income side of the financial fence, the moon's return to your financial sector today is a much-needed chance to focus on your financial situation and money matters. Use this time to renew contacts with your family. They will be pleased, and you might even be able to resolve old conflicts as a mediator or by taking the first step to clear matters up. The constellation is favorable for burying the hatchet once and for all. If you remember your dreams, odds are they're weirder than usual, that is. They might set you off in an unlikely direction, but follow it all the way. A big prize is in store if you figure it out. In touch with your emotions, you are fortunate to be so clear about your feelings, which helps you decide exactly what to do. Whether you are looking for casual dates or interested in starting a more serious relationship, you make the right choice. Start planning how best to pursue your own happiness. You have a strong ability to focus on what you have set your mind on, yet focusing on your well-being is something you often avoid. For your own benefit, get a clear perspective on what it is that works for you and what feels like a challenge. Seek to understand what you can do to help yourself on a daily basis. Regular meals with lots of leafy greens, perhaps self-prepared, regular exercise that fits nicely in your everyday schedule are all means to attain your goal of feeling happy and healthy. You may find that you gain closure in a long-standing family dispute on this day. This in itself is a victory, so do not fret if you did not come out as the clear-cut winner. That would only cause bitterness, and the family rift would only grow wider instead of smaller. Take pleasure in knowing that what has been an ongoing and often painful saga has finally ended. Now is the time for warmer sentiments to return to the foreground when thoughts about family come to mind. As much as having the moon in an adventurous part of your chart during Venus and Mars' last full day in your busy work sector might put them on different pages today, this will work to your advantage in the long term. It is just 2 hours after Venus and Mars leave yesterday that the moon will return to your career sector in order to capture the momentum this has created on the job front, just as it becomes more about the journey. Today's adventurous lunar vibes guard against tunnel vision, making it easier to keep your mind and your options open. In the lead up to Venus and Mars' return to your relationship sector tomorrow, Mercury is working to make the most of his final 10 days here. This is the planet of communication's second visit this year, having returned to put extra work into getting the communication lines open before the planets of love and passion return to begin the most important weeks of the year on the relationship front. Your tarot reading for today. The Devil, the Hierophant, and Judgment. Relationship issues could get better faster than expected during the month of March with the help of an outside agency. The cards show some relationship issues that have lasted for several months, especially repeated arguments about the same subject. There aren't many subjects, only 3 or 4, but they come back regularly when the couple are arguing. Neither one of the couple wants to give in, and this can sometimes make the situation worse. Daily life is often spoiled, and it could be so simple and pleasant between two people in love. Fortunately, it seems that many of these issues can be addressed relatively quickly. This will happen naturally, without you having to act directly. Oddly, it doesn't depend on the two people in the couple. In some ways, it's current events that will act in their favor, in a surprising way. Nobody would have expected such a dramatic turn in the relationship between these two people. When this happens, it will be truly liberating for both individuals. Once the outstanding issues have been settled, the couple will become peaceful again and can move forward in a single, clear direction, hand in hand, with happy, united hearts. This is also an opportunity to find themselves again in a new way, after some difficult years. With this newfound lightness, you will feel more involved in this couple and new desires will emerge. For the happiness of your both. Our eyes in the sky. Avoid pushing yourself physically right now, and be mindful of your limits. Lean into love this evening, and the moon shares a sweet connection to romantic Venus. This cosmic climate is perfect for embracing your sensual side, and it can help you reconnect with your nearest and dearest. If you feel like you need a bit of cheering up, use this energy as an excuse to spoil yourself a tiny bit, but don't go overboard with spending. The tension that has built up throughout the day comes to a head tonight when Luna forms an alliance with Uranus, amplifying the opposition it shares with Mars. Pent-up aggression could find its way out now. If you find yourself on the receiving end of someone else's temper tantrum, try to defuse the situation diplomatically, or you could end up in some seriously hot water. Unexpected events take us by surprise, causing tensions to explode with those who we previously considered allies. The slightest criticism makes us feel like our honor is being attacked. Limitations are deemed threats to our freedom, and we will fight back recklessly rather than see ourselves trapped into someone else's design. This is classically an influence of accidents, primarily because we are distracted and lacking in focus. Take the morning a bit slower than you normally would.